Greetings and welcome to another thrilling episode of the Planetary Persuader. I am Cosmic Kev, your host, and this is for the weekend beginning Friday, the 24th of May, 2019. So what do we got going on here? Well, we look at the little wheel here, and we can see that the Sun has moved into Gemini. Right, Sun? Are you in Gemini? Yep, Sun's in Gemini. Mercury's in Gemini. Venus in Taurus, Mars in Cancer. We've got Jupiter in Sagittarius, Saturn in Capricorn, and both Jupiter and Saturn are retrograde. Uranus in Taurus, Neptune in Pisces, and Pluto in Capricorn, North Node in Cancer. There's so many things that are like at around 20 degrees right now. The North Node in Cancer is 20 degrees, albeit 20 degrees Cancer. Saturn is 20 degrees Capricorn. So North Node, so the South Node is right on top of Saturn right now, you know. So in Vedic astrology, we would, you know, that Saturn's in Sagittarius and that North Node's in Cancer. But it's, the deal is K2, South Node on Saturn, all kinds of boundaries that Saturn is able to keep hold of, there's suddenly no restriction on it. You know, there's suddenly anything goes. There's this element of anything goes. And it's dealing with past life trauma and rectifying things that happened in the past. And this is kind of a standard solid right now. Pluto's there too, you know, at 23 degrees. Pretty close. So there's a lot of transformation. There's a lot of stuff going on that's like changing in our universe. And then Mars is getting closer to the North Node. It might not be there, but, you know, and it's like it's stirring up. North Node's all about shortcuts, known as Rahu. You know, it's like Mars is our aggression, our vitality, our energy, and it's like, ooh, what's a shortcut to get more vitality, you know, and more energy, you know, and so it's sort of like a steroid kind of cosmic position in the sky, I'd say. It's so weird. And well, let's see, we've got the moon is in Aquarius. Looks to me like it's in Shravana Nakshatra today, and so Shravana is ruled by the moon. And it's all in the sidereal sign of Capricorn. And it's about poetry. And it's about where our emotions and our maturity sort of meet each other. Where regulations have to confront our whimsicalness. And where we have auditory talks, you know, we have, you know, great poetry, things like that. Anyhow, sign by sign, here we go. Your horoscope, starting with you, Aries. So greetings, Aries, welcome to your horoscope. This could be a time when you move. This could be a time when you buy a new vehicle. This is because of Mars being in the 4th house. Mars in the 4th house often promotes sort of a restlessness, and it also, 4th house is more like fixed assets, like a house or a car. You know, they're big investments often are in the 4th house. So, you know, with Mars there, I associate it with vehicles, because Mars is like get up and go. How are you going to go someplace? Venus is in the 2nd house, so stabilizing relationships with family right now. But Uranus is there. So there's always this unpredictable, unstable element working these things at the same time. Career-wise, if you're at a job, there's going to be nutty things happening at job. You know, there's a lot of changes. There's going to be a lot of restructuring. Or you might personally run your own business and you have to restructure for your own career. That's what it's looking like out there. Communication overall is really good. And you can, you know, take that to the bank. You're doing good with that. Trips, Education, some of that, you kind of have to maybe put some of that on hold until Jupiter goes direct. So that's a ways away. So looking within, really developing your spiritual life to make yourself a more whole person is part of the scenario as well. Okay. Well, wait a second here. That's so funny. I had everything in bizarre places here. Well, anyhow, greetings, Taurus, and welcome to your horoscope. So, right now, Sun's in Gemini. Sun's in the second house. Second house is about property. Second house is about resources. It's about your mouth, your neck. It's about stuff that happened to you, like between 7 and 14 years old of age, when you were kind of getting values. Some people say younger, but I give everybody about 84 years to live, you know. 12 times 7, you know. And anything after that is a gift, a complete set you up gift. Very free. Free forming, free moving. And it's good, you know. There's so much there's so much security in the second house. The second house can get us in trouble too. Because this is where our speech is. You know, our speech is ruled by the second house, and so and with Sun in Gemini, we've got a lot to talk about these days. Mars is in the third house, so you know you could be a little bit aggressive in your communication. And that doesn't always make friends. We don't want that, but I mean, sometimes you have to be aggressive in your communication. You know, if somebody's going to get run over by a car, if they say, hey, move, look out, something's coming, you know. And so there's sometimes that Mars in the third house has a purpose. And that's, actually, Mars likes the third house because it gives you courage, it gives you curiosity, and so it goes. And greetings, Gemini, and happy birthday if you're Gemini having a birthday. Celebrating you right now. So you've got the intelligence, you've got the ideas, and things should be going more your way. I mean, one thing I've noticed as an astrologer is that whenever it's like Gemini time, like more Geminis seem to come out of the woodwork. So opportunities are coming to you. Mars is in the second house, you know, there once again, it's like aggressive speech, you know, take the toothpick out of the sandwich before you eat it, you know, let's see, selling tools, just dealing with maybe family conflict in some ways too. That could be part of this aspect. And then over in the 12th house, we've got Uranus and Venus, so you know there might be some unconventional love relationship that you're working around, dealing with, and you know relationships in general are a big deal because you're looking for kind of spiritual bliss in a relationship, but there's also this real hard stuff that you have to dealing with, you know, ego embarrassment, other people's property. It's just a big mix. It's a wild world. I mean, this weekend looks good for a trip, a little adventure for yourself. Might have some fun. Well, greetings, Cancer. Welcome to your horoscope. I mean, I never want to promote fear. That's, you know, I always want to use caution. But like when we're having the sun transiting through our 12th house, this is part of our blind spot. This is like one of our more unconscious places. Now, one of the remedies is to get out in nature, hang out in the wilderness, go to the ashram, go to a monastery, a temple, a spiritual retreat of some sort. This is what's going to bring you to a better place I've got bird noises in the background now. I don't know why that is, but I guess that's one of the gifts from my cameraman and producer. So, you know, since Mars is in your first house, you're acting more independently. And I mean, if anyone's going to get something out of Mars and Mars and Cancer, it's going to be you. It's overall going to be good for you. You're going to be the benefactor of this. You're going to be the one who gains the most from Mars and Cancer. And relationship-wise, things are really difficult. If there was any past animosity or changes, that's going to come up. And so your ability to reckon with that and deal with that is super important. And maybe you had dealt with something like that a while ago, and it's coming back to you in a way you didn't expect. And so, like, whatever we do to other people, we ultimately, it's more of a reflection of us than it is of them. I know. And in the long run, though, your health should be getting better. You know, things should be improving for you. And it's just like, don't be too anxious to make things happen, is what I'd say. It's just like, calm down. It's going to work out. Well, greetings, Leo, and welcome to your horoscope. So, at this point, Gemini rules the social life. You know, it rules the 11th house. In some ways, it's a place where there's good karma and benefic things, better things happen to you here. So I see good things happening. You know, I see you making friends with not only your older siblings, but even with young people too. And so there's great ideas, lively social mix, partying going on. It's kind of fun. But then in the work environment, things are a little bit unpredictable with Uranus there. And Venus is there, so you're doing the beautifying thing, but you kind of want to make things more exciting. You kind of want to mix things up at work a little bit. And then, oh yeah, there's Mars in the 12th house. That's a house of secret enemies. So not everybody has your back. Not everybody really thinks you did the right thing. And maybe you didn't. And maybe because you have this nervousness about you, this kind of shadowy thing going down. And I mean, the best way to resolve this is with prayer and meditation and, you know, hanging out with good spiritual people that have your back in a good way. And that's really the best thing you can do right now. So it's like a mix of like some good, some danger, and I think overall, though, there's joy in your life through your relationship with your children, and that always means a lot to you. So, you know, work it that way. All right, so hello, Virgo, and welcome to your horoscope. Well, Gemini, for you, is like the less evolved version of yourself. No, that's so mean to Gemini. I shouldn't say that, but you know, Gemini time rules your midheaven. It kind of makes you a jack of all trades, Jill of all skill. You know, Virgos like to work. You know, they like to serve. They like to have a purpose that shows that they're needed. You know, they like to feel needed, really. And here's where you can demonstrate your talents and skills. And this is where things are going to get going in a real way, in a good way for you. So, you know, the money's coming, your talents and skills are being seen, you seem useful to the public. This is good, you know, work now, and, you know, that way you can take a vacation next month, you know, and things kind of chill out a little bit. So, I mean, that's my Virgo thing. Now, you know, you seem more intelligent, you seem like you've got ideas of how to fix things, make things work. It's a great time, even, you know, vacation, even now with Venus and Uranus. It's like, oh, there's going to be some exciting, different experiences. This could be a long-distance love affair that surprised you. You never expected this would happen. And somehow it did, and whoa. yeah, I'm getting kind of excited just thinking about it. Good things are happening, and you may not be aware of it, but they're there. And I think Mars in your 11th house, well, maybe some of your male friends are really helpful, good people. They're going to help you with something. Greetings, Libra. Welcome to your horoscope. Keeping it all in the balance. I mean, Gemini time's a wonderful time for you. It's actually, for you, this is a perfect time to take a vacation. This is a perfect time to get out there, relax, explore something, do something different, and you can have a really good time. This is going to be super good for you. I have some friends that are like middle class, Middle class people are like almost upper middle class, but middle class enough that they go to Italy every year, from California. I mean, that's a lot of bank money, and they spend like a month there and stuff. And it's like, whoa, look at you. But that might be you. That might be you I'm talking about, yeah. Because this particular person is, and her partner is a Libra rising, and they're having fun. So where's Venus? Oh yeah, Venus is in Taurus. So Venus is in the 8th house. So it has a lot to do with other people's money. It has a lot to do with what's going on with your spouse or your mate. And yeah, there's a little bit of a lust factor coming in. And it can be fun. You might try some new things. Play some games. It gets exciting. You might be having more fun than usual, Remember fun. Don't you want to have more fun right now? I mean, I know I do. Oh yeah, and there's a kicker. There's Saturn in your 4th house, over there with Pluto, hanging out with the South Node. And it's like, there's some family karma you're dealing with. It's serious. There's no way you're going to be able to get around this. And so, reach out, get help, and may things go better. I mean, you're responsible at work. You're kind of like looking like a leader these days. And I'm not talking about a liter of Pepsi. Those funny things. Okay. All right, now. Greetings, Scorpio. Welcome to your horoscope. So we've got Mars in Cancer. Mars is in your 9th house. It's like time for an adventure. It's time to seek higher wisdom. It's time to help other people. And it's time to maybe learn a foreign language. Be involved with art from other cultures. Have a different view of religion. I know that religion is different than spirituality, and that's a more personal thing, and that's your spirituality is probably more important than religion. Religion's owned by big organizations. They can be controlling and manipulative, and I get that, but I look at things that happen to different religions like Christians and Tibetan Buddhists in China, and I'm like appalled. I'm like, oh my God, are Muslims, Uyghur people? I'm like, no, that's not cool. Leave those people alone, gosh darn it. Just let them do their thing. They're happy. You be happy. Don't mess with them. And there's never been a war fought over religion. It's always to do with economics. There's always a poorer religion and the rich ones coming to get their stuff. That's pretty much it. It really doesn't have anything to do with God or anything like that. It's about rich people oppressing poor people. Almost every single time. Yeah. Just to clear that up for you. It's like, so you people who think there's actual religious wars, I just want you to know there's this other thing going on every single time. All right. So, greetings, Sagittarius. Welcome to your horoscope. All right. So, well, I mean, you've got that good fortune of Jupiter, albeit retrograde, in your 1st house. That's helping. Gemini time is about partnership. It's about relationships. And with Mercury there, if you're single, maybe you're having a relationship with somebody younger than you'd usually go for. Ooh, wow. Well, that can be fun. It can be, I mean, as long as you can rise to the occasion, so to speak. Usually the young ones help you rise, though. They always get a rise out of you. So and you know what's going down is like watching your health, taking care of your physical body right now, because here we've got Saturn in the South Node and Pluto, so it's like, take it slow, take it easy, go deep, improve your health from a deep level so you can get better quick, maybe do some bone broth or something. I mean, I know some of you, if you're vegan, that's not going to work out for you. I understand that. But you could take minerals. The rocks scream too, but yeah, I think the minerals are probably, they don't scream as loud as animals, so mineral supplements would be good if you're vegan. Even if you're not vegan, they'd still be good. But if you're not vegan, you got the bone broth option, and so, or if you're not vegetarian, so to speak. And that can bring, that can help replenish muscles and do a real immune system boost. I'm not a doctor. This is not medical advice, okay? We've cleared that up. Greetings, Capricorn, and welcome to your horoscope. So, what we're seeing here. Well, it's this thing where we want to be whole people. And we're really aware right now about what our deficiencies are and what our challenges are. So that's really rough. And then to make things even more complicated, we've got Mars on the other side of the thing, pointing the finger at us and going, you, and you're like, oh my God. And then the North Node. And so it's like you're possibly in a relationship with people that aren't really grounded and they've got an angle on things, I'm going to do it this way. And so it's like, oh my gosh, this is... So you're going to have to negotiate peace and kindness with the angry people. That is coming from a place of power, by the way. Whereas fighting fire with fire, you are not in power. You're just being reactionary. And we want to get away from this reactionary thing so we can take actions that are legitimate on our own. And that's what you want, Capricorn. You want to take legitimate practical action. And normally you're a cool head, and you know about the coolest heads winning. And Mars is debilitated right now. So in a lot of ways, those who are against you are coming from kind of a weak place. And when you have compassion on them, those who are weaker, things just work out a lot better. That's what I've noticed. So, you can make some money this weekend. You might make some new friends by Sunday, Monday. So just keep smiling, keep moving. You're okay. It's going to work out. Well, hello Aquarius, and welcome to your horoscope. Okay. So, we're starting out with the moon in your sign this Friday, and for what I see here, Saturday as well. And so, there's this boost of popularity and free-flowing thought, and you have this nice egalitarian attitude that just, generally speaking, loves people. Unless they're your own family. That's like another story. But, you're building like a tribal network, hopefully. That's helping you. Gemini time is like wonderful for you. It's heart opening. You're like really, and that's like the key, like in meditation or anything. It's like, take it to your heart. Who are you? What do you love? What's really important to you on a core level? And that's going to bring out your best gifts. That's going to bring out your best personality, your best soul. That's what you want to show up for people. That's what they want to see in you. That's what you want. That's what, we're sharing here. Yeah, this Mars and Cancer business may not be that bad for you because it can motivate you to do some swimming or running, getting out, exercising, lifting some weights, just getting in shape, being fit. It helps, it really does. We're always going to need to be we're always going to be having to improve our health no matter where we're at, even if we're in our last years. Okay. Well, hello Pisces, and welcome to your horoscope. So, Gemini time is about your parents, your family, ancestors, getting information about your relatives, where they were from, where they're going, That's becoming more important right now. We have, right now, you've got Neptune in the first house. So you have this spiritual view. Now Jupiter is, well, it's up in the midheaven. So your guidance, your ability in public to do good things, to have an expansive vision and make things roll better, is actually pretty sharp. And Mars is in the 5th house. So you have all this energy for your children, especially if they're male children, and energy for creative projects, energy to travel, energy to pursue educational things. Have fun, you know, you got a little bit of juice, you know, you got some energy to move things forward. Venus and Uranus are in the 3rd house, so having a better relationship with your siblings, especially younger siblings, old friends from college, high school, even that could come into the picture, or even childhood friends. And so there's this nice mix, and you're part of it. And your vision and ability to stay steadfast is going to bring about some kind of healing, some kind of positive thing right now. And don't we all need something positive today? It's Cosmic Kev with the Planetary Persuader. Like this video, ring the bell, subscribe, share it, send me a message if you're looking to get a personal reading, and welcome Bay Area viewers of this show. Looking forward to hearing from you. See you next week when we do this again.